Okay. Okay. Hello, guys. Today I want to talk about the effects of positive and negative thinking and why this can impact us in a bad way or in a good way. So, what happens when you think positively? When you think good about yourself, you say to yourself, I'm handsome, I'm cute, I'm smart, everyone loves me. You say to yourself, I'm handsome, I'm cute, I'm smart, everyone loves me, no one will stop me, I can do it, I can win in life, I know I will win in life, I know I will go so far in life. Anyways, when you think positive thoughts about yourself, the effects of it is very good. You build more motivation, you build more confidence, you believe yourself more, you decrease stress, and you are more in a better mood, and you always feel alive because of positive thinking. When you think positively, you always have confidence in yourself, you always believe yourself, you always love yourself. You will do a lot more in life because of positive thinking. When you think positively, you have a lot more confidence in yourself, a lot more energy in yourself, and you will want to achieve a lot more goals in life. Like, positive thinking is so important if you want to achieve goals in life, if you want to step out of your comfort zone, if you want to build confidence, if you want to build motivation. When you think positively, the effect of it is that you're training your brain you're training your brain on how you want to think about yourself. Like, when you call yourself cute, this is a thought that goes in your brain, and your brain tells you, you know what, you're cute. When you tell yourself you're handsome, when you tell yourself you're smart, when you say to yourself, I want to win in life, I want to be the best version, I want to keep grinding hard in life and going on no matter how hard life hits on me, no matter how I feel, if I feel energetic or not, no matter how you perform in life, you will believe in yourself just because of positive thinking. When you think positively, you're conditioning your brain to install thoughts of what you think about yourself. So when you always think you're handsome, you're smart, you're cute, you will win in life, you will succeed in life, you don't care what other people think about you, any negative thought, you throw it out of the window, and you always think good about yourself, it becomes an automatic habit for your brain to give you those thoughts. Like, your brain will naturally tell you, hey, you're smart, you're handsome, you're cute, let's not give up in life. Failure is a key to success. You will win in life because you've conditioned your brain to do that. Now, a lot of people, they want to think positively, but they don't know how to do that because, unfortunately, many people do have negative thoughts and they are overwhelmed with negative thoughts. How can you think positively? If you want to think positively, you just have to just practice saying one good thing about yourself every single day. Look into the mirror and say to yourself, I'm handsome, I'm cute, I'm smart, I will win in life, no one will stop me, I will do my best, I know I can do it, I will do it, and I can do it, I will prove everyone wrong, no matter how I feel, no matter if I feel energetic or not, no matter if I feel tired or not, I will perform at my best. It's just about believing in yourself. You know, sometimes we think negatively because of what other people say about us, or because of the way we think about certain things in life. And unfortunately, overthinking plays a very critical role in negative thinking. When we overthink a lot, sometimes we are like, we just have extra unnecessary thoughts in our head, and then we just have bad thoughts in our head. Sometimes we might think in our head Sometimes in our head, we think I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm not smart, I'm not successful in life, I'm not gonna win in life, everyone hates me. You know, sometimes when we think so negative, we're not harming anyone but ourselves. We're not putting down anyone but ourselves. Like, the only person you're putting down is yourself. Because when you're how do you explain it? When your feeling is stronger than your mind, you go based on your feeling. You know, most of the time we make choices automatically based on our feeling, not even on our mind. Like, sometimes when we think about how can I win in life, how can I be successful and all that stuff, and when we think positively, we have a good feeling about, you know, feeling motivated, really doing something in life. But when we think negatively, we have a negative feeling and we don't feel like doing anything in life. You know, we're not going to always be energetic. I'm not always energetic. I'm actually feeling a bit tired right now. I'm feeling a bit mentally foggy. I don't really have the best energy. You know, my energy is not always going to be on point 24/7, and this is normal. Our energy is not always, you know, our energy is like maybe there, maybe there, maybe. Our energy is everywhere. Even if you have a healthy lifestyle, a healthy routine, you eat properly, you sleep on time, all of that stuff. Mental health is just something that we can't always control. Like, sometimes we will feel so low in energy. Sometimes we will feel very high in energy, just because this is how the brain and the body works. You know, we can control how we feel most of the time, but we can't expect to feel energetic 24/7. There are times where we're going to feel tired, where we're going to feel exhausted, we're going to feel like we have no energy, even though we're sleeping, waking up on time, we're eating healthy. Regardless, positive thinking and negative thinking. To think very positively about yourself, you need to practice daily affirmation. Like, for example, if you say to yourself, I am handsome, I am cute, I am smart, I will win in life, no one will stop me from succeeding in life, I know I can do it, I will do it, and I know I can do it if I just believe in myself. If you have confidence in yourself, if you have faith in yourself, if you just believe in yourself and, you know, really go out there and put in the effort, you will eventually have success. But in order for you to reach that success, you need to put in effort, you need to go out there, you need to think positively, you need to always say good thoughts about yourself. Many people they want to practice positive thinking, but they don't know how to do that. And the reason why most people don't know how to think positively is because it takes time to think positive about yourself, and it takes time to have that motivation, to have that confidence, and to have that discipline. It's not easy. It's a process. It's going to take time, but you can condition your brain to think positively. Always say something good about yourself. I'm handsome, I'm cute, I'm smart, I'm a winner in life. Always ignore the bad opinions of other people's thought. Always believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if bad or good happens into your life. Just have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself. Go outside, talk to people, exercise. Exercising is good for positive thinking. You know, going outside, talking to people, exploring nature, sleeping, waking up on time, eating healthy, all of those can affect you to think positively about yourself. In fact, when you exercise, when you eat healthy, when you sleep and wake up on time, when you take care of your life and you're productive and you sleep and you wake up on time and you're always very active in your lifestyle, you naturally feel energetic, sharp, and more focused. And naturally, that can lead to more positive thinking. Like, really, to be honest, most people, they think positively about themselves when they take care of their health. When you don't actually take care of your health, this can easily lead to negative thought, negative thinking. You start to hate yourself. You start to think bad about yourself. Like, you know, taking care of yourself, exercise, healthy diet, talking to people on a daily basis, nature walk, cycling, walking outside, meditation, reflex ball training, growth block session, reading a book, just learning a new skill, taking care of yourself, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, and just doing your best. Eventually you will grow in life. But growth is a very, very slow process. Growth takes time, growth takes dedication, growth takes commitment, and growth is a very long journey in life. You won't have success overnight. And if you want success in life, positive thinking is very important. If you want success, when you think positively about yourself, you will eventually find success. You will be very successful in life at some point. You will develop confidence in believing yourself, in being yourself, and in performing the best. But it takes time. You first have to believe yourself. You first have to believe yourself, have confidence in yourself, and try your best. I'm not great at communicating. I don't have the best energy. Sometimes I do doubt myself. I don't feel the best energy right now. I feel mentally foggy. But I always remain positive. I say to myself, it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter if I feel like giving up in life. It doesn't matter if I feel crap. It doesn't matter if I feel like I cannot win in life. I just say to myself, I'm handsome. I'm cute. I'm smart. I will win in life. We ignore the haters. I will move on until I win. That's what I say to myself every single day. Like, I feel crap and I still think positively. I feel good and I think even way more positively. Unfortunately, most of us, when we feel crap, this is where negative thoughts usually loop in. And that's why it's so important to practice positive thinking so you overcome negative thinking. So when you always think, like, to train your mind to think positively, you need to just say something good about yourself even when it feels uncomfortable. Like, you might call yourself handsome every single day. You might say, I'm a winner in life. No one can stop me. I know I can win in life. That might make you feel uncomfortable because you're not so used to positive thinking. But you have to overcome that negative thought, because most people are so comfortable with living in their negative thought. They think, I can't think positively. I'm so used to thinking negatively. The only way to overcome negative thought is you first have to think positive thoughts about yourself. It will feel uncomfortable, but eventually you will start to develop awareness and habit of thinking positively about yourself, and you'll see the good effects of thinking positively about yourself. Also, one way to think positive about yourself is stepping out of your comfort zone. When you step out of your comfort zone, achieve long-term goals, socialize, talk to people, exercise, have a productive life. When you prove yourself that you're worth something and you can do something in life, that naturally decreases negative thinking and it increases positive thinking. So you start loving yourself more, you start admiring yourself more, and you start thinking a lot more positively. While negative thoughts, they slowly fade away, they slowly go away, and we slowly start to feel a lot more energetic, a lot more fresh, a lot more good. We start to feel like ourselves, and like we start to feel like we're performing at the best. But if you want to reach that stage, it's gonna take time. If you want to reach that moment, if you want to reach that stage in life, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take dedication, it's gonna take commitment, it's gonna take faith, and you're gonna have to. There's a thing called entertaining the thoughts. When you have a negative thought about yourself, I'm stupid, I'm ugly, I'm not smart, and you entertain that thought usually turns into a belief, and you really start to believe that you're dumb, you're ugly, you cannot do anything in life. And that happens only when you entertain the thought. So number one, when you immediately, and I mean it, when you immediately have a negative thought, do not, and I repeat, do not entertain the thought. Ignore all the negative thinking and just believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself, and just, see yourself grow in life. When we entertain a thought, that thought grows. And unfortunately, that's what happens with negative thoughts. When we have a negative thought and we entertain it. In other words, oh my God. When we have a negative thought and we entertain it, in other words, we think a lot about that thought grows. And then when that thought grows, it affects how we feel. So for people who are so used to thinking, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm not smart, I'm never going to be successful in life, I'm not going to win in life. Unfortunately for that person, he is drowning himself into negative thoughts because he's entertaining it, so it's growing stronger, and over time he will get used to feeling negative about himself. Now, to completely quit that, you have to stop entertaining the thought. Ignore the thought. When you naturally stop entertaining it, you naturally ignore the thought, so that thought decreases, and think positively and entertain it, even if it feels weird. So when you try to think, I'm handsome but it feels weird, entertain that thought. Keep thinking more about it, and you will see yourself thinking more about it over time the more you practice it, and eventually you will think positively about yourself. Now, negative thoughts, they hold you far, far back in life. Like, negative thoughts really, for a lot of people, they can't succeed in life because of negative thoughts alone. You know, negative thoughts, because when you have negative thoughts, you're doubting yourself, you're hating yourself, and that's why we stop achieving goals. That's why we don't do our best. When you think positively, you want to go as far as you can in life and really achieve your goals. And you know, to achieve your goals, it's going to take time, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take commitment, and it's going to take faith. If you want to achieve your goals, step out of your comfort zone, believe in yourself, and have confidence. Don't think negatively. Negative thoughts, they're not going to serve us in life, they're not going to help us in life, they're going to cause us harm and damage. While positive thinking, it will support our energy, it will support our mind, it will support our mental clarity, it will support the way we feel, the way we think, and the way we view ourselves. You know, it's so important. If you want to feel the best, be the best. Excuse me. Sorry. It's so important. If you want to feel the best, if you want to think the best, if you want to do the best, if you want to perform the best, you need to have confidence, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to learn to become the best version of yourself. There's no success in life without believing in yourself. There's no success in life without being yourself and performing the best until you have confidence in yourself. Positive thoughts doesn't happen overnight, because you have to practice thinking positively about yourself, and you have to avoid negative thoughts, and you have to be consistent with positive thinking, and you just have to quit negative thoughts. Also, the environment and the people you're with. It's very important that the environment and the people you're with, they influence you to think positive about yourself. If you're in an environment where there's negativity, if you're around people who spread negativity or say negative stuff about you and about themselves, then you will naturally be like them, because the environment is what shapes the human behavior. It's a quote by James Clear: environment is what shapes the human behavior. If you want to think positively, be with the correct people, be with people who influence positivity, who spread positivity. My advice, if you really want to be positive, have friends who think positively, be in a community, be in an environment who always talks positive and spread positivity, and you make effort to quit your bad habits, your negative thinking, by not entertaining it, and being in an environment of where people always think positively, and just going outside there and stepping out of your comfort zone. All of this will definitely increase your positive thoughts and reduce negative thinking. However, if you're in a negative environment, if you have negative friends, if you're continuously thinking negative about yourself and not making effort to stop, if you're always putting yourself down, saying you can't achieve anything in life, then unfortunately that negative thought will grow, and slowly it will affect your life, the way you feel and the way you think about yourself. Now, my advice truly is, if you really want to change your life, you have to stop thinking negatively. You just have to have confidence in yourself. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to be yourself. Say to yourself, you're cute, you're smart, you're handsome, You can win in life. No one is going to stop you in life. Have faith in yourself. Have belief in yourself. And know one day you can do it. One day you can do it. One important thing I would like to say is this. Comparison is a thief of all joy. Sometimes when we compare our life to other people, oh, this person has that, this person has this, that. You know, we look at other people's life and we're like, I don't have that, but he has that. This can increase negative thinking because we start to be ungrateful for what we have and we start to think we're worthless. It's very important you don't compare your life to other people. Everyone is different. Some people will have way more than you in life. Some people will have less than you. And always remember, those who have less than you but are still grateful, what's the reason why you're not grateful? Very important. Don't compare your life to other people's life. Just focus on your life. Be grateful when you don't compare your life to other people's life, and you're grateful for the smallest blessings, and you always see people who are below you, and you know, you're like, oh look, man, they don't have what I have. That allows you to feel more positive. It allows you to feel alive, and it allows you to actually see the blessings you have in life. We all have blessings in life, but those blessings become blind when we compare our life to other people's life. So it's important, if you want to have positive thinking, if you want to avoid negative thinking, avoid comparing your life to other people, just be yourself, just think positively, just have confidence in yourself. If you believe in yourself, if you love yourself, if you have confidence in yourself, then I promise you, you will win in life and you will be successful in life as long as you believe yourself and as long as you have confidence in yourself and you try your best to perform the best that you can. Love yourself, believe in yourself, do your best. Thank you so much for watching. Today's topic was about the effects of positive thinking, negative thinking, and I hope you've learned something from my video. Thank you so much.